We're going to take a look at this week's social studies assignments. Our standards for this week would be 2G13, label on a map or globe the continents, oceans, equator, prime meridian, north and south pole. We did actually cover this back in the beginning of the year also, so this is more of a reteach from the beginning. And I do have those papers from the beginning of the year that we would have revisited to not only look at the standard again, but to look at how much we had grown in our handwriting, our capitalization, our punctuation, and our spelling. We would also be looking at standard 2G14, which is use a map to locate the countries in North America, which specifically are Canada, United States, Mexico, and the Caribbean islands. And we would use 2G12, using maps and globes, locate the student's hometown, Florida, and North America, and locate the state capital and national capital. So that is what we would be focusing on in the week. These are the papers that we're going to do. What is a continent? What is a country? What is a state? And then also, what is a map key? Front and back. Behind me, you will notice a map of the United States. Now, this is most definitely a map. A map is a flat document of some type, whereas a globe is a round sphere. It is made to be a representation of our planet Earth. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a globe at home, but using our paper, this one right here, they do kind of give it the round edge. So even though it is a map, a flat piece, it is supposed to represent that round dimensional picture of our planet Earth. I took this one and I didn't want to try to draw it, but North America, South America, Antarctica down at the bottom, Europe, Africa, Asia, and over to Australia. So just to kind of give it a round representation. I might try to paint it later, but honestly, this is carrot seeds, so I don't want to destroy the seeds that are inside. It'll be an investigation. But this is the type of thing that you could do at home. Maybe you have a styrofoam ball, or you want to make a good thick hearty ball out of paper or tin foil and then make your own globe. That would be a fun project. It does say at the top of our paper, what is a continent? And a continent is, as it tells us, a large area of land. There are 7 continents on the globe. So I put them up behind us. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. Now there's no real easy way to memorize these. If you know of a fun song or of a little nifty trick, then please post it in the social studies channel. Go ahead and answer these questions. What is a globe? We've discussed that, so put it into your own words. What continent do you live on? So we know that we live in the United States of America, and we have discussed the fact that we live in North America. We've also very much discussed when you want to capitalize those letters in those words. So let's make sure that when we write that here, we are using the right punctuation. You can just answer this question with yes or no, and then put this into your own words again. On the back side, it says, what is a country? And a country, defined in our paper, is land and the people who live there. The United States is our country. And you can see the picture here matches my map here. And when it asks us what continent is our country on, if you're not sure or you want to double check your spelling, use that resource on the back. Follow these instructions down here. If you don't have blue or green, you can cross out those color choices and write the colors that you're using there so that I have a definite knowledge of what you are labeling. I'm going to go ahead and share a few seconds of a video that I would have shared with you in the classroom.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
Just to show us how many countries there are in our earth, in our world.
Norway and Sweden and Iceland and Finland and Germany now one piece. Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey and Greece. Poland, Romania, Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman. Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq and Iran. There's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, both Yemen, Kuwait and Bahrain.
So one of the things that I really enjoyed about Burnside Tech this year was that we were able to do International Night. And I was able to really celebrate the country where my family is from. So I was Canada, and we were able to learn a lot about Canada, and I had a lot of fun. And Canada is in North America. It is the country that, back over to our paper, you're actually asked to identify it, which is why we did these map skills earlier in the year. Oh, I lost it. But you know where it is. It's right up above us. So it's really neat to know that our school does something that actually is standards based for second grade. So yay, Burns. So I found my paper, and there is that Canada, United States, Mexico, and some of the other ones that they were saying. Puerto Rico, Haiti, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Cuba. Up here we have Alaska, but is that a different country? No, it's not. Alaska actually is part of the United States. And unfortunately, we don't see a labeled Hawaii on this map right here. We do have Greenland over there at the top. So for International Day, saying that we were from Canada, that is just kind of where my family, when they migrated from this area of the world, when they came over from Europe and they were immigrants, one of them came directly into the United States, but another of the families started over this way in Canada. So that's just a little background information. I think that's neat knowing that my family was not always from this property of land, but we actually came from across this ocean. And on this map, it does ask you to color blue where there would be water. So carefully get those details. Don't just slap it around. The last thing that we have for the week is working with a map key. We have already covered the compass rose and the directions. which is why I kept bringing those up throughout the science and the clouds. We also here are learning that they may point out little pictures to show things through the map or other bits of information. So here we can identify the eagle, the owl, the moose, and the squirrel. So go through there and try and find those. Also, you are going to want to color the eagle, like if you want to make it blue, then every time you find an eagle, make it blue. Or the owl, make it brown, and every time you find the owl, make it brown. So make those choices up to you. On the back side, they're just taking some of those pictures that we had from that same map, and they're going to ask you to identify what that symbol could mean. And then what is this called and what do these mean, these letters? It does not tell you how to spell them on that page. Hopefully we know how to spell our 4 main cardinal directions. If not, please be sure that you ask a grown-up or you look up that information. I do have a map that I want to show you. This is one of the many random things that we have because of Mr. Van Auken's random eBay business. But this is a map of Cedar Keys in Florida. It's actually a map from 1871. I don't really need the price tag, but I wanted to show just some of that detailed information that was printed on this map in regards to a map key. So all that little bits and pieces help you know what all those numbers are throughout this map. And again, this is one from 1871. So with it being the year 2020, if any of my kiddos want to try and figure out how old this map is, that would be a fun extension activity for you to do. And that's social studies for week 6. I hope that you enjoy the lessons. I hope that you are inspired to try some of those extension activities that I thought of while I was preparing this video for you. We are going to go on a Zoom room field trip today to visit some different countries through animal exhibits at the San Diego Zoo. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for you to upload your work into Microsoft Teams under the Week 6 Social Studies tab. Just go ahead and put all of those pages under your name. Have a wonderful week, and let me know if you want to do any more investigations into our continents, our countries, and the state of Florida.